Hi everyone. Do you want to know why I'm starting this vlog sitting here in the corner of or not corner, but facing a wall in my Animal Crossing town? It's cuz I was recording for 5 minutes and then my graphics card updated and caused my OBS to crash. The video is saved, but I figured I'd just start fresh. I'm having a bad time, guys. I'm having a real bad time. It's been a day. It's been a night. Actually, it's been a very long day for me, but that's besides the point. Everything I'm about to talk about is more about like the last 3 or 4 hours here. Uh, okay, where to begin? So, I hope you all are well. I Here's the long and short of it. Here's the headline. Because I'm a former journalist, so I shouldn't bury the lead. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to stream again. Um, that's the headline of this. Uh, but there's maybe caveats to it, and I'm gonna explain in a minute. Um, so 2D and Top D is really giving me a bad time, man. Um, in various ways, I'm enjoying the game, but there's been a lot of problems that have come with it, both with the game itself and just the circumstances around the game. So to talk first about the circumstances around the game, being a 16-bit, 8-bit game that has a lot of style to it, and there's a lot of like pixels and stuff that like a game has to, that OBS has to kind of keep up on. My understanding from people who have streamed in the past is that those games, even though they're not supposed to be graphically intensive, um, they actually take up a lot of bitrate, and a lot of it, or at the very least, they tend to grind a stream down to the point where it is. You need to really have like a really stable internet connection and a pretty good, you know, hardware, I guess, too, to be able to like really properly stream that kind of game. Because the art style is, I don't know what the technical aspects of it. I am not a technical person. I play my games. I pick up my games and I play my games. I don't really know all the technical specs of everything, but all I know is that like those styles of games for some reason tend to be a lot more of a problem for uh for OBS and for streaming. I can't explain it properly. I'm sure someone will be able to out there. I know it's a thing though. So it has caused the last few streams that I've done to have a ton of issues, to the point where I've had to basically go offline. I think both for my chapter 2 episode and my what you have not seen yet, the chapter 3 episode. Chapter 3 I had to go offline I think a lot sooner because it was just so evident from the top that's like, okay, something's not right. And I tried restarting OBS. I've tried restarting the internet. It is not anything that I can do. Keep in mind, I am running off a wireless connection. I know that is not something I should be doing. It's just the way I have my computer set up. It is nowhere. I can't hardwire to the internet, unfortunately. It's just I in the house that I'm in, it just doesn't work that well for me, or we just don't have that set up. If we could figure out a way to do it, that'd be amazing. But I just think it would take too much work. And I think the router is too far away, or where the wire connection could be, it's just too far away. So it just wouldn't work. So there's that, and I think that's been the biggest thing. And my theory is that it is the game's fault. Having said that, if this happens to everything else I start to play on stream, then we have an issue. Then it's beyond anything with the weird like graphical holdups of like retro looking games. Then it's a fundamental issue with my setup, and I can't do anything about that. And so then I go from wanting to stream all the time to then just primarily being a YouTuber. And I like making videos on YouTube, but then and maybe it would give me more it would force me to really put in an effort to really make my videos extra special since they're not just VODs. These are all things I gotta consider, things I gotta think about. But we may not have to. That I think when we switch games, and we'll talk about that in a second. I will. We'll find out for sure whether or not we can truly stream normally or not. Like that'll be the ultimate test. Okay, so now let's talk about the other side of this, the other side of the coin for this in terms of what's happening with 2D Top D. So, if you at all are watching the series, I'm beginning to contemplate even taking the series down from my channel. Chapter 2 was me just getting super frustrated at the game, and not in it. I personally don't find that stuff entertaining. I know some people might, but considering that my whole point of rebooting was to kind of have like, oh, we're doing chill stuff. I'm just kind of vibing. I'm having a good time. If my videos just become me being frustrated all the time, I don't. It's kind of like the opposite of what I wanted to do in the first place. And don't get me wrong, like there's been other circumstances in which like I've gotten frustrated at games, but if it's far and few between, I don't really mind that. I can't control my emotions. I'm just gonna be frustrated, and that's just fine. But it's getting to the point now with 2D and Top D where now it's the frustration is getting to the point where it's really, really hurting the playthroughs overall. Case in point, Chapter 3, which is recorded but not uploaded yet. I started, and then the stream crashed, and that was a disaster, so I already ended up being in a bad mood. Because I was just like, man, I guess I can't stream anymore. Or at least not this game. And then I decided, alright, let's just record the rest of this chapter and move on with our lives. Then it started getting to the point where in the game, I was getting frustrated again. And most specifically with the boss fight that happened at the end of Chapter 3, I personally found it to be a poorly designed boss. Maybe that's just me being petty. I don't know. I guess leave that up to your own judgment. But I just did not like how that boss ended up. I had to turn on difficulty settings. Like I had to like give myself infinite health for it because I was just like, there's no way that I would be able to do this normally. So frustrating, super frustrating, and it's reached a point for me where I'm like, I really love a lot of what the game has to offer, but I'm getting so frustrated by it, but that I don't know if I really want to keep streaming it, or even just recording it. Because right now the option is we keep going, but I'm gonna have to record it on YouTube because it's clear that like it may not be the OBS's fault, or it might not be this game's fault. It might just be OBS, or it might just be my internet. It might just be something that's out of my control. But at the very least, we know that game is causing me to not be able to stream properly, and therefore, you know what? And you know what's so weird? Like we did Chapter 1 just fine, and so I don't, unless I wasn't paying attention to like dropped frames and stuff. I don't know. I find that unless Chapter 1 was the thing that we streamed, I don't know. I'm starting to, everything's starting to kind of blend together. It's been a time. This has been a fucking year. It's been a fucking year. All right. Anyways, so cutting out the bullshit. 2D and Top D at best is gonna be a recorded video series from now on. Just like Banjo is going to be at some point. This is going to be a recorded series because I can't do it. I can't. I feel like actually because of hardware limitations or something, I can't. I can't stream 2D and Top D. So that's gonna be yet another series that's gonna be moving to record. Having said that, I don't even know if I want to keep going with it. I don't know if I want to like keep on pushing through that because I'm getting to a point where like even the couple levels before the boss fight, like I was just kind of like I was reaching a point where I was just like I'm starting to use a guide a lot. And I just don't know if any of this is going to be good content. And I don't know if what I'm going to upload is, if I upload it, I might have to because of scheduling purposes, and I'm not going to be able to, like, film a video in time, but I just am starting to think, like, is this going to be worth it trying to push through the rest of this game? I think where I'm at right now is I want to push through, and I want to keep going with it because I do, again, like there's a charm to it that I do enjoy, but I think it's reaching points of difficulty that I am just not really having a good time with. So, yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like I have very little to say right now because it's kind of I'm coming right off of recording it and I'm just like, do I upload it? Do I feel like it's entertaining enough content to upload it? I don't know. Like that's something I have to think about. And then do I continue with it? If we don't continue with it, what's the rest of this week going to look like? Because initially the plan was to record a few more episodes of 2D and Top D. Basically throughout the rest of the week, have that be the series that we play. I was planning on doing a vlog-ish thing anyway this week, so this would fill that gap. But do I upload the video that I just recorded, and then on top of that, then record chapter 4, 5, and 6 on my own? Like, I don't know. It's just a bummer. It's just a complete and utter bummer because I don't want this series to go by the wayside. Like I feel like Banjo is going to go by the wayside, you know, because it's just like this is like the second playthrough of the road that's going by the wayside. But like there's new games coming out soon, and I'm gonna want to play them. You know, I'm gonna want to record myself playing them or stream myself playing them. Like I don't really feel like at this point it makes much sense for us to like try to like it doesn't make sense for me to start anything new right now, but it also doesn't make sense to keep on playing a game you're not necessarily loving. And I want to kind of keep that in mind when like thinking about what I want to do moving forward. I think the next episode is going to go out no matter what. I think I handle myself fine, but I think I just get bitter about what's going on the screen. That it's kind of like I just don't find it entertaining. I don't think I find it entertaining, but I'm just gonna upload it anyway just to have something up for Tuesday. I guess this will go up now. And then we'll see about recording anything else this week. We'll see if we do more 2D Top D, or if I can find other things to record, and we move on from 2D and Top D. I don't know. A lot of questions, a lot of things that I'm keeping in my mind. I have no straight answers right now. I'm just coming off of recording, finishing up that recording, so I have a lot of things that I have to think about. And then of course there's just the other factor of, well, let's hope that the reason my streams are not working right now is because of the game and not just a complete failure outside of that, because I don't know what I'm gonna do if I can't stream anything else I mean, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just record, but that's gonna suck so much of the fun and that I initially thought I was gonna have with this reboot. Was, hey, we could stream and we'll have people watching on the side, and it'll just be like a really chill environment of me and my friends vibing. But then it's like, oh no, I'm back to just doing this alone. And what's the fun in that? So, yeah. It's a bummer. It's a bummer. Oh, I forgot to sell my stuff. Alright, let's do that. So yeah. It's a lot to think about. I don't know. This week, my plan was to... I was planning tonight to have Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 done. Because of all the technical problems, I ended up just getting Chapter 3 done. If we decide to stop, that would leave 3 days open for this week. I could just leave them open. I don't need to upload them. I don't think they would be the end of the world necessarily. But I also... I don't know. I have such a good streak going that I feel like I want to figure out a way to fill that gap in other ways. I have a top 10 that I have planned. I have a gaming vlog I do have planned as well. So maybe we just move those up to next week. That's the only thing I can think about. And then I know there's a game coming out later this week that I've been interested in that I could buy and then play on stream on Thursday. Although I kind of was trying to clear my schedule because of things that are happening IRL. Oh, it's so much to think about. This is not a coherent vlog. This is just me rambling and just trying to figure out how to move forward with this channel. When I say gaming vlog, by the way, that's like when I go through my log of games that I have been playing, not necessarily on stream, and talk about them. And then the top 10s obviously are the some of the other videos, that content that I've been making. So that we could fill the gap with those two things if we wanted to, and then just figure out one more gameplay thing for this week. I don't know. We'll see. It's all an option. Anything's on the table. I can't do much about this until I figure out what truly is causing the streaming issues. And or whether or not I want to put the streaming aside just to finish 2D and Top D. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways. I hope that was a good 18 minutes of me rambling for you to enjoy, and more Animal Crossing for you to enjoy. Look, I got a golden shovel. Because I got it from a golden tree. You probably saw when we were running around. I love my golden shovel. We're super close to paying off our debt, by the way. Like, we're like 80,000. So, I mean, I could just spend the time fishing today and get that. I might just wait till tomorrow when we have, actually, wait a second. We never got a money rock. I feel like we skipped over the money rock altogether. You know what? You all will be here to witness my money rock get. I don't know why I'm keeping you here. You don't have to stay. I just figured we can have some fun trying to get a money rock together. Kelsey and Anthony, who people on this channel may know as the frequent viewers on my Twitch streams, but if you do know me beyond that, you would know that is my sister and my brother-in-law, and they are very much getting back into Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I jumped in today to spend some time with them, and boy howdy, that game is still good. It's still good. I love so much like graphically that I didn't really appreciate um at the time when it launched that I appreciate now, especially after playing this version of Animal Crossing. It's like, oh man. And then like, I don't know, the little details of, hey, it's raining out, and so your villagers are dressing up in rain garb and stuff. It's just like, oh, this is fucking cute. Everything about this is cute. I love Animal Crossing so much. It's just such a safe place, and why it's a big reason why I like playing Animal Crossing for a vlog format, because it kind of, even though I do still get lost in thought, I feel like it's more coherent than doing anything else. And it also just, I don't know, I don't need to talk in front of a camera. Like, I don't need to do that. I'm not in the mood to, like, just stare at myself while I'm trying to explain things that are going on. I could, but it's just like, I don't know. Animal Crossing gameplay, we're vibing, we're talking, we're figuring things out, we're figuring life out. You know? You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with a little Animal Crossing vlog. But yeah, so New Horizons is fucking... I love that game so much. It is certainly not without its issues, and it's bullshit that it kind of... I don't know, like, it feels still like they should have been keeping it like alive with live updates and stuff. Like, I don't know. I feel like we should have been getting, like, at the very least, like, furniture series and stuff like that. Like, I feel like that's a missed opportunity. Alright, cool. Or like, why did the Knuckling shop only upgrade once? You know, like, just these little things that they decided to do and leave alone. It just doesn't feel good. It feels weird. I don't understand it, but you know what? At the end of the day, it just is what it is. I love it though. I still love it. It is personally my favorite Animal Crossing because of how meaningful the launch was for me and how much I enjoyed the early game. One of the best, easily the best early game content of the series, and so much fun to build up the town. And I just, oh God, I just love so much about it, and it was made even better once they had like the big update that added like a bunch of characters from the past and stuff. Like, they're real good. They're real good at their jobs. 89,000. Okay. All right. We're just gonna make a small little dent. To bring it down to 58,000, yeah. And then probably tomorrow we'll be able to repay. That'll be the rest of our debt. We'll be completely done. Perfect. Alright, so that's the Animal Crossing update. That's the update with my channel. That's the update with 2D and Top D and streaming and all that. I don't think any of it was coherent, but to recap, 2D and Top D has been giving me problems with streaming and problems with the actual gameplay, to the point where I don't even know if I want to keep on playing it right now. If I do keep on playing it, it will be in recording form, and also I don't necessarily know if the streaming problems are due to 2D Top D or if it's because of some sort of hardware issue or internet issue that I can't resolve immediately, which will cause me to not be able to stream like I usually do, and that's gonna suck. That's the update. That's the update, and so I don't, and right now I don't have any clear answer right now. We'll see and figure out how this week's gonna play out. I'm happy to get this vlog up as soon as possible for you all to take it part and enjoy. I don't know if you'll enjoy this, but just know what's going on. And then we'll figure out from there. That gyroid right there is me. it's my head spinning with everything going on. Yeah, we'll figure out how it goes. And at the stroke of 1 p.m., which is actually 1 a.m. my time, I will bid you all adieu. Thank you so much for still supporting this channel. We'll see what the future holds. I'm sure everything will be fine. We'll find out in due time. Thank you all. Bye-bye.